Good morning,
What was it
Viet
again?
Nashua.
Vietnashua?
Nah, we got the Michael Scott thing going on again.
Oh,
Oh wait, what's
wow.
your hot take for this one, man? You said you're gonna start with a hot take.
Oh, my hot take for this one.
Yeah.
Oh, this is. I was
Well,
thinking about it, and well, my hot take is that pineapple belongs
oh,
in pizza.
oh man, that's a hot. I mean, I don't think that's a hot take because everybody must agree with this by now. I'm pretty
I
sure
mean,
everybody likes pineapple on their pizza, right?
they they have no choice but to like pineapple on their pizza.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, man. I was watching you stream on Twitch, twitch.tv forward slash the Luchador TH3 Luchador.
Uh huh.
Um
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I had to plug it in, right?
Yeah. Of
You know.
course.
So I was watching you stream on twitch.tv, right?
Okay.
And then I was like, I was gonna ask you, I was like, wait, what made you get a skin for Valorant? So now I'm thinking this guy might be serious. So now
Hold on. A
I might have
skin.
somebody. Yeah, that skin that you guys is a free skin or what is it?
Shoot,
Battle pass
Berto,
skin
you
or
do you not know me? I don't waste money on video games.
what? This guy doesn't support video games. Look at him.
I support video games, but other people support video games for me. All
All
right.
right. So,
Now, hold on,
wait,
hold on.
wait.
All
Hey,
right,
all right,
go ahead.
guys. So we're starting already. Sorry, we just jumped in. Okay, so we're talking about the new Valorant, the new chat that came out, but
No,
we're
no,
gonna talk
but
about this first, and then we'll get into it. All right, go.
so okay, all right. So just first and foremost, yes, I have started streaming back up again, and now I must tell you, I'm actually having a lot of fun playing Valorant. But
Told you, I told this guy, let's play. No man, the games are too long.
so okay,
Bro,
yeah, that's
it
my
doesn't
thing,
matter. It doesn't
and
matter, man.
and
They're
I
fun
go
games.
I understand what happened when I was playing Valorant at first, and when I was like streaming it, I enjoyed it, and then I mentally got in my head, and I stopped playing it. I stopped enjoying it, but then recently I started getting back into my own head. I'm like, dude, like I can't be this negative about such a great game because it is a great game. It plays really good. Um, if you take aside just the fact that people are not gonna play good in other than competitive, if you go into unranked thinking that people are gonna play like really good, then you're gonna have a horrible time. And that's how my mindset was before I started streaming 2 weeks ago
Bro,
again.
when I go into unrated, bro, I just throw out.
Exactly, like, so now it's like, okay, I'm going into unrated. It's just warm up to go into competitive. And
There you go.
let me tell you,
Exactly. That's what it is.
I played my first competitive
Wow.
match today, and it was pretty
Ah,
fun.
nice.
Yeah, we almost came back. We did lose 13-11, but we almost came back.
Well, that's the fun part about Valorant. You can always almost come back, and it's like so close, and the games are so close. But
No, we would
yeah,
have came back, but we messed up though. Like,
uh,
you know the saying of it, if it ain't broken, don't fix it.
yes,
So, dude, we were giving
we
it
know.
to them like just through a site, and we
And then y'all
decided all of a
switched.
sudden like,
Yep, nope. Everybody does that. Yep, I know. You know, man. I always say, bro, if it's working, keep going. It don't matter. I mean, it's clearly working for a reason. They're not defending it well, and keep going. But nobody
yeah,
listens to me, man.
if
So you
it
see,
ain't broken, don't fix it.
I'm gonna try to turn into to an IGL, man, so I can just try to make my rank games a little bit easier and try to just tell people what to do because some people just don't know how to play.
Oh,
Even though I'm not the best, but just try to learn the game more maps and stuff like that. So,
wait, what's an IGL?
in-game leader, so like whoever tells you
Okay.
what to do.
So another thing to it, it's just, I mean, I actually truly have been having fun streaming, just because I have enough time right now in my day that I decided, dude, like I really have to get on it. So I wake up 8 o'clock, no alarm, by the way. I hate
Whoa,
alarms,
whoa, whoa, whoa.
so I have to mentally wake up at 8,
Yeah, nah,
and
yeah,
my body wakes me up. It's pretty cool.
yeah.
Um,
Once you get the sleep schedule, your body wakes you up automatically.
yeah, by 9:30, I'm already like the stream is going. Obviously, the first couple of games I stream without no camera because I'm barely. getting the ball rolling. But after that, except for today my camera was acting up and I didn't want to connect.
Yeah.
But yeah, tune into the stream if you guys don't have anything to watch at twitch.tv/the luchador th3 luchador. And yeah, let's jump. Oh, sorry, one more thing, one last thing.
Oh wait, we talking about the skin. Okay, so what about the skin? Okay, so was it free skin? I haven't even launched
No, so
new
the
chapter,
skin, maybe you
the new
jumped into
act or
the
whatever it's called.
yeah, maybe you jumped into it when I was using somebody else's skin. I picked it up from someone. I don't buy skins. You know I don't buy skins.
Wait,
They're over expensive.
you sure? I could have sworn I saw you buy the Vandal and it was a skin, the new one that just came out.
No, no, no,
So
no.
then you
I
picked that one up.
Yeah, I picked that one up. I might have picked it up and I might have been
Oh,
playing with it like the whole time.
so maybe when you bought, I thought you bought a Vandal, but you just bought like Shield and util.
Basically. And you know how I always okay, so the thing to
Because
my again,
the new skin looks pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie, I like it, but I don't think I'm gonna
yeah.
get it.
So the
I already
thing
have a Vandal skin.
to like me being in my own head, remember when you were watching about I think last week and I was
Uh-huh.
like, I don't need to buy no shield.
Yeah, bro.
Like that's
No, it's just like
but that's the thing
um
though, like I needed to get out of my own head to be able to play that way. You get me?
yeah.
Like I should have not been trying so like being a tryhard and unrated.
Nah, I mean it's fine. You're just trying to get back into it. Like,
Well, we had some technical difficulties there, but we are back. Excuse the camera change while it's gonna brighten up and then it's gonna settle. There you go. But yeah, we were talking about Valorant, and I do not buy skins.
oh man, you gotta support the game, bro. You're playing the game, you support it.
I
Nah, I
mean,
mean I like skins, so I haven't bought a lot, but I have
I
a
get
few
you.
that I
Maybe
like.
when
I like melees more, so like the knives and stuff.
yeah,
I have
yeah.
a few of those that I bought that I really wanted. And
Whenever I
then
get more into it, I might.
yeah, most likely you're gonna want to start buying. So then the new Valorant map. So I was watching you play on it, and from the looks of it, looks pretty tight. If I want to say, like, it doesn't look as big, and it is 3 sites, right? A, B, C,
Yes, it is 3 sites. Uh, it it is now that you point it out, it is kind of tight. It's
right?
small.
Yeah, when I was watching you play, I was like, wait, this is pretty tight, man. It's kind of small. The corners are, like you got to peek, bah, bah, bah. Like I don't know, it's weird. It
Yeah,
looks kind of small.
it is.
It's not as big as I thought it would.
You know
It looked bigger at first, but
the other 3 site map. What is it called? I don't
Haven.
remember. Haven. Okay,
Yeah,
that one. It's a
that
lot
one's
larger.
it's bigger. Yeah, like you have C long, you have A long. B is just that window part.
B is the window.
But
Yeah.
I guess the ABCs are a little bit smaller because then I think about it, Ascent is pretty big. I think it's bigger than Haven. Well, like longer, I guess. I don't know. I guess
Ascent is
like
the one with the ropes.
no, that's Fracture.
Okay, Fracture. Which one's
That's the one
Ascent?
with the ropes. Ascent is the one that you hated at first, but I told you that's the best map. The one
Oh, the
that
one that I
has
still hate though.
the one that
The one
has
that has
the
the tower.
tower.
Like it's like a bell tower. It has markets, and then you have to
Yeah, the
jump.
market, and then it has the little doors and
Okay, okay.
and it has a little, yeah, the catwalk and all that stuff there. Yeah. So um yeah, I feel like that map is really good though. I'm not gonna lie. At first I hated it too. I
Mhm.
get where you're coming from because at first I would hate when I would play on that map. I would dread it. I'd be like, "Yo, fuck this map." I don't know what. Oh wait, my bad. Oh whatever. We'll put it
Heck
out.
this map.
Will be this map, and I was like, I don't. Why am I playing on this map? But then after a while, I'm like, "Yo, this map is actually pretty good." Um, you just get used to it after a while. But yeah, I like Ascent, and then they brought Split back into comp, which I personally I hate that map. I wouldn't no lie, I did hate that map, but whatever, it's back. They took off. They should have took off Icebox to be honest. And then
I
they took
actually
out
don't mind
Bind, but
Icebox.
I like Bind. I hate Icebox, bro. That's the worst map ever
Actually, yes. Why did they take out Bind?
because they put Split back, but they should have kept Bind and take out Icebox. Cause Icebox is trash.
I don't mind Icebox.
Nah, I hate that map, bro. That's the worst map ever. I like Fracture better than Icebox, and Fracture's pretty bad sometimes.
A fracture is
To me, I feel like
It's a weird map.
no. To me, I feel like Fracture is the most 50-50 map in Valorant. Not gonna lie, because I was playing a game and we were up by like 9-2, or I don't remember how much it was, and these guys came back, and I was having the match that we were losing, and then we came back. So I don't know if it's a more defensive map or a more attacking map. I don't know, but it's weird. Like that map is, I feel like the most 50-50 map. But
Yeah.
if you know how to play that map, it's. But I mean, that map is kind of annoying sometimes. But whatever.
Well, so back to Lotus is the
Yeah,
name of the new
Lotus.
map. Lotus.
Yeah,
Okay.
Lotus.
I did play it one time today. I did not play it yesterday. I streamed also yesterday, but I did not. It did not come out
It didn't come up.
in. Yeah, it was today that came out, and it's really fun to play, unless maybe I just had a really good team and it was I'm playing a bad team. But what I will tell you about the little rotating thing. So now they implemented these like
Oh, the
rotating
little rotating
platforms.
doors.
Yes, they are very loud. They are like I'm pretty sure they're gonna
But
tweak a few things, but they're horribly loud. There is also like
that's the thing about Valorant. I gotta teach you this, but I haven't told you about this yet. But um, there's a lot of stuff that you really don't hear unless you're like kind of close to it. So if you ever notice in Valorant, next time you play,
uh-huh.
look at the map. When you walk, like regular walk, there's a circle that comes out. So if they're in that circle, they can hear you actually walking. If they're not near that circle, they can't hear you. You can walk loud, be as loud as you want. They won't be able to hear you that much. So that's something I gotta show you too, that I seen, that I learned, which is why I always like walk, and I try not to like, run. I mean, not try to like slow walk a lot. I'm trying to get
Mhm.
used to like actually walking and then slow walking when I need to. Um, try to rotate faster, right? So I'll show you next time, and you'll see it. Like so, like whenever you walk, your character, there's a big circle around it. Well, it's not too big, but you'll see the circle.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and then you'll see that's when they can hear you. So I feel like if you're close enough to that door, they'll be able to hear it. But for you, it is really loud. But then sometimes they won't be able to hear it unless you're close to it. So like
Yeah.
also like breaking the windows and breaking the little doors. I seen that you got to break the doors now.
Yeah, you gotta break
Um,
one door to go. So it's in between B side and A side, I believe.
uh-huh.
So there's like a door that you gotta either shoot or you break with your knife, and that one also makes a noise.
Okay. Yeah, those are like, to me, this sound pretty loud too. But like sometimes you can't hear it, or like when you hear it, it's like you got to be close to it. So I don't know. It's weird. Valorant is pretty weird on that. But
Yeah,
from my understanding, that's what I know. Like from right now, I got to look more into it. But
yeah.
that's what I understand.
Another thing that I noticed from the map is that a single person could take care of. Okay, so if we're looking at it at the map, it's I believe it's A B C. Um, if you a single person can take care of A just because there is a full line to the other side where they have to literally cross. So you
Yeah,
have to either throw smokes or basically throw smokes to get across to go plant at A. But then with that, you already know that they're going A, so you know it's an A push.
yeah.
But the
I
other
get you.
ones are pretty good. Like
Yeah, I actually kind of want to play, so I'm kind of excited to play the new map. It doesn't look too bad.
it was pretty fun.
Yeah,
And then they use chapters, right? It's
I
so
don't
it's
even know.
episode one, chapter 6.
Chapter Act 3. I don't know.
Oh
This
yeah,
is
yeah,
weird.
something.
I don't know. I thought it was like acts or something. I don't know. I don't know. I know Fortnite uses like chapter 3, season 2 or something. I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't know. We'll leave it as that. They use chapters, acts, the episodes, whatever you want to call it.
And then so we didn't have. Oh, sorry. Before we get to any other news, um, I kind of wanted to make an announcement.
Whoa.
Just because, and this doesn't have to. This doesn't involve anybody listening on Spotify or any other, and this doesn't involve anybody other than YouTube. I was
YouTube.
watching some videos and it gave me the idea of cutting the main podcast into segments to
Mm-hmm.
then put on YouTube, so then the algorithm could keep us like notice. Just because
Mm-hmm.
during the holidays or we have something to do, we
Yeah.
have some off time, we don't lose that algorithmic you know eye that already has us.
Yeah.
So this is just for YouTube. You guys will be seeing segments, video segments, maybe like a couple minutes long of whatever. If we're talking about gaming or we're talking about sports, my editor might just cut the gaming part and put it as a regular video, and sports as a regular video, just because, like, for the algorithm not to lose sight of us. Just wanted to say that announcement, just so you guys won't be confused and be like, "Oh, they're putting up a lot of videos now." No, it's just, or like sometimes
Mhm.
people don't have that much time, and you just have 10, 15 minutes, so you get to watch that segment for that time.
True. True.
Make sense?
You're gonna be like Dragon Ball Z on the next episode of Dragon Ball
Yeah,
Z.
on the next episode. But yeah, I don't know when that will start, but it will be starting up soon, sometime.
All right.
But
All
with
right.
that being said, to our next segment, talking about segments. We don't have much
Next
of gaming this time around, but we do have a lot of sports. So we're trying to get to the sports section as fast as we can because there is a lot of sports. Well, a lot of boxing.
boxing.
Yes. So I think we were talking about the World Cup for the past two things, and
Yeah.
between there was a Call of Duty major that happened. The New York Subliners won that one
Wait.
against
Who's that? Nah, I'm just kidding.
uh the New York Subliners beat out Surge, I believe, if I'm not
hmm
mistaken.
not gonna lie. The only reason I know who they are is because of Aiden,
Oh yeah. Aiden is in, it's like signed as a content creator.
content creator. Yeah.
Yeah. And so because of that major, um OpTic is making a roster change, which people didn't really see it, but when it happened, when they said it, it's a huge thing because OpTic sometimes sticks with their players, with the roster. They made a roster change. They dropped Dashy and they picked up Hugh. Hugh used to be with uh Illy and Shotzi back in Texas Empire. So that is like kind of like a reunion. Also, another team that basically they dropped their whole team except for one person was the LA Gorillas. LA Gorillas has like a team in the you could say Division 2, which is called
hmm
Challengers.
hmm
They literally grabbed their Division 2 team and brought it up to Division 1 minus
hmm
one person.
Oh, that's kind of like the new Valorant thing. I think it's called like Ascendant or something like that. But
Yeah.
all right, go.
Oh, okay. So imagine Sentinels bringing their whole team from Ascendants
hmm
to the main roster. So it's like, it's crazy, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. Why would they do that?
I mean, they did it and
I
they
mean,
just left.
unless it's like a money issue or something, or like they
I,
weren't working out,
I
or
have no, bro. It's barely the first tournament of the year, and it was like a scuff tournament because it started early. There was a lot of bugs in the game, and it was like a free for all. Like, you don't know who's gonna take it.
yeah,
So they did that. And so then that's all I have. But I believe you have some Fortnite things.
yeah. So okay, so this Fortnite thing, to be honest, the other Fortnite kiddos don't come at me. The Fortnite kids, I don't know exactly, but if you guys want to find out exactly what it is, like if you guys want to participate, you guys feel like you would be a good choice for this, go look at Aussie Antics on YouTube. He explains it. This is where I saw it from him on Twitter.
If anything,
Also,
we'll leave a
um,
link in the description.
yeah, Aussie Antics also Twitter. Um, so I got it from Aussie. They call him Aussie for short.
Hmm.
Australian, right? Aussie. So yeah, Aussie announced that. Well, I saw it on his first, and then I think they announced it on Fortnite as well. But that they're doing a FNCS LAN tournament, and EU and Denmark.
Hmm.
So it'll be 10 million in total, I believe that I seen, but it'll be 4 million for the final. So I want to say it'll be split. I think it'll be duos. Um and I'm not sure if it was a solo one because I know the 10 million, and then like for the final it'll be like whoever wins gets the 4 million.
Uh-huh.
Um and it'll be like online open qualifiers. So like you try to if you I think if you win the FNCS, I think then you'll qualify to the final. So that's what I think it is.
Automatically? Okay.
Yeah. So you win the FNCS, you qualify automatically. I think you get like top three or something like that. I don't remember. But there's a few teams that are qualifying, and then it's a lot of money up for grabs. So I feel um like this one will be pretty good, especially because it's in EU. So it gives a lot of players the opportunity for that. So if you guys are into Fortnite, you should look into it. The it's gonna be LAN, and I believe the online's were qualifiers. So if you got a chance to play online and then go to LAN, and there's like 4 different stages, I think.
Yeah.
There and then to qualify, well, 3, and then you qualify to the finals.
Is this their first big LAN tournament since the
I've
World Cup?
what they did a one in Raleigh, I think it's North Carolina.
Hmm. Oh,
This past year, last year, it was a LAN, and um, I want to say it wasn't like because like now Fortnite's in a weird state that a lot of people like to like talk smack about it. Oh, it's dead, right?
yeah.
So I mean, there really wasn't that much people watching it, and there are many people. I think one of the games was like during one of the Valorant tournaments, and like Valorant was like overtaking them. So yeah, it was crazy. So it did happen. It was just under the radar, I guess, for most people that don't really know about Fortnite.
Yeah.
I know because I follow Aussie, and then they like they still talk about Fortnite stuff. So
Okay.
um so yeah, it's a lot of money for me. I think that's a lot of money. So that's kind of
I
crazy.
mean,
That's kind of crazy. So I mean, I don't know. You might catch me playing it. Nah, I'm just playing. Too.
so
I
I'm
haven't
guess
played
so
Fortnite in too
you're
long.
saying EU, it's only for EU people, or
No, no, no. It's
if you
gonna be
make it, you
you
could
have to go
fly
to.
over.
Yeah, you got to fly over to Denmark.
Oh, okay. So it's
Yeah.
it's
So
an
this is the
open
first
world
one. Yeah, it's
competition.
open. Yeah. So from each region, only a certain are gonna qualify. It's kind of
Oh,
like the
okay,
World
okay,
Cup
okay.
they did, but they don't
Okay,
want to
okay.
call it the World Cup no more. I don't know if it's because like it's not that much money. I don't know what honestly I don't know what it is.
Hmm.
But they're just saying there's the FNCS now. But like Fortnite started the Fortnite Champion Series, FNCS,
Yeah.
um, like during COVID. So like it was more all the tournaments were online, and then
Mm,
recently they just put that. And last year they did that, the first LAN in a long time for Fortnite, and now they
okay,
want
yeah.
to do this one. But this was way bigger than the one that was here.
Hmm.
And it's the first one that's gonna be over there because the land that was here, it was in New York, the World Cup. So now they're taking it to EU for the first time. So I mean, I feel like that's pretty cool. And it might get me back into Fortnite, man. Not because of the money, I just just to see like
Yeah,
how it
like
is.
try out your luck to see if you can make it.
Well, I don't think I'm gonna play. Honestly, I want to watch though, just to see how it is.
Yeah.
Pretty fun.
Is this still built? I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, this was build. Yeah, the no
Okay,
build.
okay.
They haven't announced any like tournaments like
Do
that.
you think that there will be any no build tournaments?
I feel like they do have some online ones, but it's not the price pool. I don't think is that big, honestly.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Um, but I feel like it now they should be more because like a lot of people pay no build. A lot of people like the no build.
Hmm.
Um, so they did have like those cups, like the daily cups, or like I don't remember what it was. Like it was like once a week cup, and I forgot what they were called. And you'll be able to play, and I know Tifu and Zemi were playing, and they were both win a lot of they won a few tournaments.
Hmm.
But like a big one like that, I feel like they eventually they'll do it, but I don't know how they'll separate it because you know how they have arena and the build, and I don't know how would they do
Yeah,
all that,
yeah, I
right?
get you.
So I feel like it's totally separate. But I feel like if it would have happened, they'll like split it. So like some people go for that and some people go for the other one.
Yeah.
Unless I don't think they'll have like a separate event, like two different events just for each different one. But
Yeah,
yeah.
I get you. Hey man, that is a lot of money up for grabs, and I wish I was good at Fortnite to play
So another 16-year-old kid is gonna become a millionaire.
it. Damn,
Yo,
dude.
whatever 16-year-old kid becomes a millionaire, yo, slide me some. I'll give you my PayPal.
Can I borrow some, please? And I will not give it
Uh,
back.
we'll think about it. Yeah, we'll see.
And our last but not least thing, do you want to talk about it? It's a little
Um,
sad.
well, I mean, I'll start and then we'll get into it.
Play the sad music.
So play the violin, the tiny violin. So sadly, Pokemon comes to an end. Well, not
Kind of.
Pokemon, right? But Ash's journey as like the main character,
Hmm.
it comes to an end. Sad. I never thought I would see the day. This thing's been going on for like 50 years.
Yeah,
Um, so like the rumor was that there was two main characters now. I
coming up.
yeah, so I want to say they're twins.
Oh,
Um,
okay, okay.
so there's two main characters. It's pretty interesting. I know there was like this like was it conspiracy or theory, whatever you want to call it, that they're like, oh, those are Ash's kids, and now it's their turn to go on an adventure, um, to
Okay.
become the
I mean,
Pokemon
it'll
masters.
be cool, kind of, if they do that spin-off.
I mean, yeah, I guess that'll be a good way
Uh,
to do a spinoff, right? But
yeah,
I seen that rumor, but I mean, I don't know, because like Ash was like, I guess still a little kid during this whole thing, so I'm like,
yeah, he's still 12.
I guess it's like a time skip, I guess then I don't know. Um, but yeah, so Ash finally won, man, and now they're like cutting him off already. That's crazy. They
Yeah,
ain't
he
even
won twice,
let my boy
and then
celebrate, man.
get, he gets cut. I guess
Yeah,
because they thought that there isn't much else to do with
to
him.
do. Yeah, he already won, right? That was like his whole purpose.
Now, I ask you a
Pokemon
question.
Master.
Do you think they stretched it too long before he won?
Um. Honestly, I think they did. The reason I feel like they stretched it was because like the
It was so
audience that
popular.
started with it. No, like the reason I'm saying that I feel like they stretched it too long is because the audience that started with it,
Uh-huh.
um, they didn't really get to see like the whole thing, because like I stopped watching Pokemon like I don't even remember when, bro. Honestly,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it
same.
was pretty soon, like you know what I mean. And I felt like it was dragging on too long as a kid. I was like, oh, this thing's dragging on too long.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I was like, yeah, whatever. And then like now I kind of want to rewatch it, but it's kind of like it's not the Ash I remember, and it's like it's kind of corny and like it's
Yeah,
like
they switched. Even though
you
it
could
was still Ash, it was just different.
it was different, way different, even though it was
Yeah.
just Ash, right? So I feel like that's where they messed up. It was really, 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 and it's still to this day really, really popular. But I guess they just wanted to engage the new generation that was coming up.
Hmm.
So even now, little kids, you see them buying Pokemon cards. Even now, like a lot of kids still have Pokemon cards. They're buying Pokemon cards, right? So
Yeah.
it just goes to show you that it's still huge. And it's not like it wasn't just for us. It was like like more smaller, younger kids were
It
able to like
was.
enjoy the Pokemon.
Yeah, it was a
And
generational thing. Like it just
yeah,
keeps going.
so I feel like now they're getting ready for the newer generation, and they'll be able to like start it up from the beginning, right? But
Yeah.
I feel like they did kind of like you said they drag it on too long. I guess for them it benefited them in the long run though, right? Like now they're doing a new one and they can still continue because like for the kids it's gonna be like, oh, this Pokemon, like, oh, it's a new show. For us it's like it's continuing, but for them
It's
it's a new show because it's totally new characters, new everything.
yeah.
I just want to see how they're gonna go with the Pokemon. Like, are they gonna copy Pokemon? Like, I don't know how they come up with these ideas for these Pokemon. It's crazy. Like
I
designs
don't.
for them. I don't know.
I mean, I've seen a couple Pokemon that are like, kind of mimicking the real world.
That's what
Some
I'm
of them,
saying. Like,
not a lot
some
of
of
them.
them do mimic, right? But like, they make up a lot of them, right? So like, that's what I'm saying. Like how are they gonna make up the new designs and stuff
Yeah,
like that?
but I mean, they've been doing it for a long time, so um, I don't. And then they've been doing that for a long time, and then they've also created new evolutions for older
Or like
generations.
the Charizard that. the X or what were they called? I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
even
yeah.
remember. I don't even know
Yeah.
honestly, because I know I seen them, and then the new legendaries, like what stories are gonna come up with now. You know, the movies, like the iconic Pokemon, the first movie, like that movie was so huge, like huge. I don't care what anybody tells you that movie was
It was
huge,
no,
man.
it was really good.
And then it was an amazing movie, and then they made Pokemon movie 2000, and that was with Lugia, right?
I believe
And
so. Yeah.
I can't remember that one as much because that one was really good, and then they kept going the third one, and then they kept making, and all these movies were great, and they were showing all the, like, and they still to this day show all the all, like, the like the new legendary Pokemons, and like how it came out to be, right? So that's the only thing I'm like I wonder how they're gonna do it, like new everything, you know.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to wait and see how they do it.
Yeah.
Does it have
Uh,
a time schedule, like a time when it's gonna
uh
come out?
to be honest, I'm not sure, but I'm not gonna lie. I'll watch a few episodes because I really want to see how they're
Yeah,
gonna,
see
like,
how they do it, how they
how they
start
do it,
it.
all the new things that's gonna, and
It'll be
then they're gonna make the
interesting.
new Pokemon cards, so it'll be the new first edition. You know what I mean? So for those of you that like collecting, you can collect. You get me? Like, it'll
Oh,
be everything new, first edition, this, and then just keep on going to whatever.
yeah, you right. You right.
Yeah, so it'll be a chance for the new generation too, like the younger kids,
Yeah,
the babies now, right? So, like, for them, growing up with the new Pokemon, right? So I feel like they played it right, and I
yeah.
feel like
It's
it's
kind
gonna
of
just
smart.
it's gonna keep going, for a really long time again. So
Yeah. All right. Well, with that, we have sports.
let's
Um,
go.
and it's been a crazy. We haven't done sports. Well, we did the World Cup,
We
but we
did,
haven't
yeah. We've
done
just been doing
like
the World Cup.
we haven't done
Like, done like
boxing
anything else, like boxing or anything.
in a long time. A
Well,
lot
I
of
feel like
has
I kind of want to get into, like, basketball, but like when, like, the playoffs, because I feel like it's still pretty early.
yeah.
I usually, like, I sometimes like watching basketball, but not really. Like, I
I
just
kind
like
I
watch.
kind
I
you
like
kind of
watching the
watch.
playoffs. Not gonna lie.
I only watch the playoffs. So with basketball, I watch the playoffs. With baseball, I
More
watch
than
the playoffs,
baseball, I watch the playoffs too. Yeah,
and uh football. Which,
football.
funny
But
enough, we're
football,
actually into the playoffs right now.
to be honest though, with football, I'm not a big fan. I kind of think
Whoa,
it's boring. I kind of think it's
capital D
boring.
colon.
I kind of think
Whoa,
football is
hot
boring.
take.
So I don't really watch it. The only game I watch of football is Super Bowl. Or if somebody invites me over, it's like they're doing a barbecue or
Wow,
something. Like, hey, I'm
basic.
doing a barbecue. Come to my house, man. We can watch the game. I'm like, yeah, sure, I guess. I love football. But yeah, man, like, that's the only time I watch football. To be honest, like, I'd rather watch basketball than football, and I'd rather watch baseball than football. So there goes that.
Wow, super hot take.
But we keep talking about football. So I guess, right.
um, well, I saw this and I kind of have to say something before we go into talk about Shakur Stevenson,
Mhm.
because look, I understand that um Cruz was supposed to be one of his opponents, correct?
Yeah, Cruz ducked.
I kind of don't.
You can't tell me otherwise, man.
I don't know how to feel about it. I'm kind of on Cruz's side of, like, it's okay for him to duck. I
I
mean,
get it because
these top opponents have done it forever, and they're trying to throw. I
uh
understand it's a big fight, and I understand it's a fight that he
huge
would
fight,
like.
huge fight.
It will, like, if he wins, like, it will, like, just launch him. But I don't know. I will take Shakur in that fight.
I mean, to be honest, I feel like it'll be a close fight.
It will be a close fight,
Um,
but
because Pitbull is like really just comes forward, right?
mhm,
Um, so with Stevenson is he's more like that Mayweather fighter, like his defense and
defensive, yeah.
So I feel like him just coming forward, I feel like it'll be a good fight. And then I know Shakur call everybody. He's like, "Oh, I'll fight
Oh
Tank. I'll
yeah,
fight.
he
I'm
doesn't
gonna fight
care.
Devin Haney." Yeah, he doesn't care. He's really confident.
I
He's
like
really
him though.
confident in his skills.
Yeah,
Um,
I like him being super
but
confident.
I know you made that point of well, I don't know if it was you or I read it, but I want to say it was you. So they made the point like, oh, like I think I saw it on Twitter. I don't know, but it was like this point is like, oh, like why does Pitbull like have to fight him? Like they're like, oh, like he doesn't want to be that guy that like I guess starts up
Yeah, that
like
that stepping
the new
stone.
lightweight, yeah, the new lightweight, like
Yeah, I think it
future
was
and
me.
whatever. I think it was you.
Yeah,
And that was a pretty good point. So I'm like, yeah, I mean, I guess, right? Like it makes sense, you don't want to be that guy that, they want to put you in when there's a new talent coming in.
yeah,
Um and you want to be the big shot, you want to call the shots, you want to make the fights you want, right? So I guess with that being said, I feel like that's true. I'm just I'm just kind of upset because I really want to see that fight.
no, yeah, I get you. Yeah,
But I like
I
I
mean,
like
I would have
I like
loved to see that fight too,
that fight would have been amazing,
but
man. But
still, like
we
that's why
don't
I'm
get
telling
it.
you, I'm on the fence of like I'm okay with him saying no because
Yeah,
I don't want him to be the stepping stone for the the new upcomer talent.
yeah. You're right.
I mean,
But
which
that's what
I
I'm
mean,
saying.
Shakur's
So
not a new
you made a
upcoming
good
talent.
point. Well, he's not new upcoming talent, yeah, but he's a talent that
He's a talent, but
is there,
he's already
and
been
he deserves his shot. Like
yeah.
but yeah. So I mean, next he's fighting Japanese. Let me not butcher his name. Shuichiro Yoshino. And they're fighting April 8th. And so this is what surprised me, right? So it's expected to be a WC final eliminator to determine the next mandatory challenger for David Haney's WC lightweight world title. So that's actually pretty cool though. Like I like that because like we didn't get the fight, right? We didn't get the big fight, but
Yeah.
we might get a big fight, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Unless
Shakur won't.
Haney says
No,
no, correct? But
this. I mean, if it's mandatory,
they have to man
right? I mean, I'm pretty sure there's no way out of it unless WBC is like, oh nah, don't fight your mandatory, and he gets a challenge from like um Javonta Davis or Ryan, and they're like, yeah, let's fight for the undisputed, right? Which I don't
yeah.
think Ryan would do that. Maybe Davis, right? Because like
Mhm.
Ryan wants to move up, right? So I feel like if there's like a huge fight like that too, I feel like they'll be like, okay, this is for the undisputed. We'll leave it as that, right? Um,
Is this one already signed? Is it confirmed or is it like
this one,
speculated?
no, this one's already
Okay.
set that they're already like working on it already. Like it
Mhm.
should be already ready to go, like
Yeah, yeah.
already official soon. But yeah, that's I mean I like it. The is a eliminator, right, for the belt. Um, so and then we'll get to see another great fight, right? Devin Haney versus Shakur Stevenson. But I don't know, man. I kind of really want to watch this fight, bro. I feel like it'll be not that great. I feel like
I
both their
see.
style are kind of similar. So it'll be like, oh,
Yeah,
a
you're
bunch
right.
of like,
They have
mm,
they're both defensive fighters.
yeah, a bunch of ring IQ and boxing IQ just going at it. Like,
Yeah, I
but
get you. I mean,
yeah, so
one of them is gonna have to like
you're right. You're right.
go for gold.
I feel like it would be Devin Haney though, looking for that one.
You think so? I think Shakur Stevenson
Uh,
could be the more offensive out
nah,
of the two.
I don't see him being that aggressive. I mean, maybe yeah, because when he fought Oscar Valdez, he was pretty aggressive.
Yeah,
He knocked him down. So I mean, yeah. You might be right. I don't know, but I do want. I mean, like now that you say that, I kind of want to watch that fight. I'm kind of on the fence on that one to keep it at that, right?
yeah, I get you. But so then following that one, we have Errol Spence and Keith Thurman
Yeah.
are allegedly gonna fight also in April.
But supposedly this fight's already also good to go, but it's not a
Uh,
title fight. It's not a title fight. It's just a regular
and
fight.
this is at 154.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why it's not a title fight. So
Okay.
I'm pretty
So Errol,
sure.
what does Errol Spence has it at 145? His title?
Uh, mm, nah, I think
One
it's
145, 148?
140. I think it's 143. I don't remember honestly.
Okay. Yeah.
Uh,
So you're saying that this is not going to be then the title fight. just because of the
Nah, they
weight.
already said it's gonna be regular.
And
They're like, oh,
apparently, I read that then he has. I don't understand it. Oh, this is confusing. Um, they have he Aerospence has 60 days to either agree or decline to fight Crawford, which I I see it as a good thing because we've wanted this fight for a very long time, and it was supposed to happen uh last September. Well, at the end of the last year, it was supposed to happen, but something happened that it it never went through.
yeah, and then Crawford ended up taking that big deal from the other like promoters, and
Hmm.
it just fell through.
I have no idea. I which sucks, man, because it was like literally it was already there. It was like a done deal. It had to. It had to. You think it had to be with the other promoter, with that promoter that he took the deal with?
I don't want to say yes because a lot of people were saying that, but I kind of want to believe it, but I don't know. I feel like Crawford wouldn't like. I feel like either or wouldn't want to like duck each other. I
Hmm.
feel like it's bound to happen. I feel like they're just like prolonging it.
Hmm.
Um, but I feel like it did. Like they just wanted to make themselves known, and they're like, we put on this, we got this fighter, we put on this great, you know, show, and you know, we're looking for more, right? So that's why I feel like it was, because I feel like they wouldn't be able to get Errol Spence on board.
Yeah, and then it would be for the undisputed titles.
Yeah,
This fight.
yep.
Okay.
They'll be merging it. Yeah. So I mean, I want to say what weight cut what weight you said they're fighting at?
Is it they're fight? I
Um,
saw that they were fighting at 154.
154.
Yeah.
Oh, because I know he's I think he's welterweight, and that's like 141. I think he can't pass 147 or something like that. I remember.
Okay.
So
Arrow
that
can't pass that,
yeah, but
but
that's like in
that's why it's
his
not a
own
title
weight
fight
class,
because it's at 154.
his own weight class, right? So I guess he's moving up for this.
Apparently, which I don't see it bad because I see it as Arrow fitting, like putting on that weight pretty easily.
No, but I think he's fought at that weight before. Yeah, he's fighting super welterweight. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
I just saw
See,
it right now on Twitter. I was looking for it. I was like, yeah, he is fighting super welterweight.
I got
That's weird though.
I got my people, informing me well.
Yeah, so man, I guess that'd be pretty cool though. But I saw Keith Thurman. He was looking pretty good his last fight, so it'll be interesting.
It'll be a good fight. I mean, still, I still have. I'm pretty sure you will. I still have Errol Spence beating out Keith Thurman.
Nah, I got him. I'm gonna be Keith Thurman too.
Yeah. In the Shakur one, I'm pretty sure you have Shakur beating out Yoshino.
Yeah, yeah. I got. I mean, I don't. I mean, no disrespect to him, but I got him already. I got Shakur already winning. Yoshino, sorry sir, but Shakur's pretty good, man.
Yeah. Um. Then we have. You want to talk about this one? Misfits.
Oh yeah,
KSI.
yeah, yeah. So Misfits. So KSI's boxing I guess promoters, or like his new thing he has going on now. It's called
His his
Misfits Boxing.
deal. Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, so like he made it, right? So I guess his promotion. And it's like kind of like, I want to say like an influencer boxing thing. So I don't want to say YouTube boxing anymore. It's like an influencer boxing, I guess you could say.
Okay.
Um, so they signed a 5-year deal with the Zone. That's huge because that means a lot more fighters are still gonna be able to fight, right? Like influencers that people like to watch.
Mm-hmm.
I know, like, what's his name backed out of the fight. This is the second time it happens to KSI. I don't know. I feel like he has to. I feel like he has to find somebody that's professional, because this Dylan Dennis guy, he hasn't fought in like his whole life. I mean, I'm not, no disrespect to the guy. I'm not trying to
Okay.
talk
Yeah.
shit, but I've never seen this guy fight ever in my life.
Is
Like
this
I just seen him.
Temper?
No, Dylan Dennis. He's supposed to fight him. He's a UFC fighter. allegedly, because I never saw the guy fight ever in my life. He
Okay.
was just on Connor's team and he's just there and always talking smack to everybody on the internet. And he's always trying to get into people's business and just trying to talk shit to everybody.
Uh-huh.
I feel like that's his job. I don't think he's a UFC fighter. I think he's just an instigator. Um, and he was supposed to fight him, and then he canceled, and now he has to fight Face Temper. So he was like, I guess Temper step up, and Temper's like, yeah,
Yeah.
F it. I guess I'll do the main event, and so the damn thing will collapse. So, which I feel like is huge for Face Temper because I think he's just coming off a loss from with Slim. So that and KSI and Slim are pretty good. So I feel like I still got KSI beating him. Not gonna lie, I feel like he'll knock him out.
Yeah.
But that's huge though. The 5-year deal they signed with the Zone.
Yeah. I mean,
A
it's
lot of people like watching those as well. Like I know they had Chris Eubank Senior. I mean, wait, Chris Eubank Junior. I think in in one of the events he was there,
mhm.
and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Um, and that was before the fight with Connor Ben, and then the whole thing happened with the whole drug situation. They drug tested him, whatever. So yeah,
I mean,
it's
it's huge though. I mean, it's kind of good that the zone is taking notice in that, and they're
yeah,
the
because
ones
there
that
were the
jumped
ones
on
that
it.
had they they jumped on it after though, because I know it was the other company that first did the YouTuber fighting, but then the Zone kind of was like, oh, okay, F it, let's go jump
Yeah,
into
yeah.
because
They
they
saw.
did the KSI versus Logan Paul,
Mhm.
the last one that KSI just won. So I feel like they saw that, and I feel like that one did numbers.
Yeah,
Um,
they saw the potential, and then they noticed that
yeah, for
it's
sure.
becoming more popular
More
for
popular
and what you call them?
influencers, I guess.
Influencers to fight each other.
Yeah, a lot of people like watching that. Because some of them actually look good. Like they look like they can actually, box.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, that was one of the next ones we were going to, right? KSI versus Face Temper.
Mhm.
So like I said, Dylan Dennis backed out of the fight. Um, and now he's fighting Face Temper because Face Temper was supposed to fight somebody else though. I don't remember who it was, but he wasn't fighting KSI at all. I feel like KSI's next fight has to be somebody like huge
Somebody
though.
big.
Which this one was big, but he backed out. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing he can do about it, right?
Yeah.
So next fight has to be huge. Has to be huge. Um, I want to say, I kind of don't want him to fight. What's his name? Tyrone Woodley, because Tyrone Woodley was calling him out, and they were like, yeah, fight Tyrone Woodley,
Ty-
whatever. So
Tyrone
he
was calling out KSI.
Yeah, they
Why?
were talking smack to each other on Twitter. They're going back and forth, like,
Okay. I mean,
and
I guess at this
he was
point
like,
he just wants
sign
money.
the contract, I'll take it, yeah. But I want to see that. I feel like I saw enough of that guy. Like he's not there yet, or
Mm,
I don't think he'll be a boxer, right?
yeah.
I feel like KSI, like I feel like a lot of people underestimate KSI. Like if he was able to beat Logan, and Logan was huge, bit taller and bigger.
And
Um,
he was like he was mm, how do I say this? He just barely started training for boxing.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like
So like
his technique was
Logan
still not there.
Logan was like this. He's like this natural athlete,
Hmm.
and KSI is this gamer, you know, and
Yeah.
he beat him. You know what I mean? That's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
so that says a lot about KSI. You know what I mean? So like, I feel like a lot of people take him lightly, and I feel like I'm not gonna lie. I feel like he'll be able to beat Jake Paul. I feel
You
like
think?
Jake Paul's. Yeah, I feel like those fights don't really matter because like who he beat Nate Robinson, he beat
Yeah.
Ben Askren. Like the guy wasn't even training. He just wanted the money. He went in for the money. He couldn't beat Tyron Woodley the first fight. He was looking kind of rough the first fight, right?
Yeah. And then
And
the
then and
second
then
one
the
he got
second fight,
lucky.
he hit that good shot, right? So like I said, man, I don't know. And then versus Gibb, when he fought Gibb, I feel like Gibb wasn't fighting how he's fighting now.
Hmm.
Like he really changed up his style and he's looking good now. He knocked out from the Ace family, what's his name? Austin. Knocked out Austin. He came back. He got knocked down, came back, knocked him out. So I feel like even now Gib will give Jake Paul a hard fight if they were to fight again, which I don't think they will.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I
so
mean, I see KSI has a better technique than Jake Paul does.
that's what I'm saying. He looks more technical, right?
I
But
mean, if they're gonna do it, it's literally just gonna be for the entertainment and for the money.
yeah, I mean, I feel like KSI is fighting one more, and then he'll fight Jake Paul because Jake Paul wants to fight a 10 round fight, and he when has he done that?
Never. And then he didn't look.
Exactly,
This one
exactly
was a
because
6 or 8. The last one.
and he's just doing it because it's KSI. He's underestimating KSI because
Yeah.
KSI hasn't been in the ring as long as he has, so
Yeah.
he feels like, oh, I get these 2 extra rounds, I'll beat him.
Hmm.
That's how he feels like, right?
But he himself
Um,
didn't look good at the end
that's
of
what I'm
those
saying.
rounds.
That's what I'm saying. He looked sluggish. He looked slow. He looked tired.
Yeah.
So KSI versus Jake Paul is rumored to happen this year in December. So I'm looking forward to that too, man. That'd be pretty cool. I just wanted to settle the beef and stop the fight. Whoever wins, I guess, right? I mean, I don't want Jake Paul to win, but if that happens, it happens. I don't
Yeah.
care. But I want to see that fight too. And then next one, if you want, you can get
Uh.
into it if you want.
Yeah. Uh, a recent fight that just happened, and this was I like it because this gives it opens opportunity for Tank to have 2 more fights. Correct. So Tank fought I don't know his first name, something Garcia, not Ryan Garcia, because that is supposedly his next opponent. But he TKO Garcia. I did not watch the fight, so I cannot tell you much of how
Yeah,
that fight.
I watched the highlights. I didn't watch it either. I was like,
I
whatever.
I kind of knew how that fight was gonna happen, like how it was gonna be. No disrespect to Garcia, but I
That's
knew where that
that's why
fight
I
was
didn't
gonna
watch it
go.
either. I was just like, I watched the highlights. I know Tank gonna
And
knock him
plus,
out.
it was pay per view. I was not gonna watch.
I,
I was gonna
I was like, I know Tank is gonna knock this guy out. I'm not gonna watch it.
nah. And so apparently, his next fight, Tank's next fight, is gonna be Ryan Garcia, which
Yes, supposedly he's already signed, sealed, delivered.
it, this this thing has been so weird. So apparently, they had some back and forth beef on Twitter, and then Ryan deleted his account or like took his account off of Twitter, but then I guess he's back on Twitter again. I
Yeah,
have
he
no
had.
idea.
Well, no, he deleted his Twitter a while ago, and then he made a new one because this quote I'm quoting Ryan, so from what he said
Hmm.
on Instagram, because he deleted his Twitter, he's like, oh, Twitter's bad for me. I'm because he's a really religious person, um, and in his belief, right? So, I think he's a Christian, right? So he's like, oh, like Twitter's not for me, and this and that. So, basically, his Twitter, and then he came back. I don't know if he ever said like, oh, I'm back, like whatever, but
Yeah.
he came back. So I know Tank always deletes his tweet though. He always deletes his tweets. So whenever he's beefing with somebody, he just after that he deletes all his tweets. Yeah, he does. I don't know why. Um,
Okay.
yeah. So next fight is official already. So he is fighting Ryan. Where I feel like Ryan messed up, which I feel like he's getting a little cocky. Which, I mean, to him, I like Ryan. So I really want to watch this fight.
Hmm.
He's like he was supposed to fight too, but
And
then
he's
he
not.
decided not to. He's like, man, I don't need a tune up. You can clearly see when a fighter needs a tune up, Tank needs a tune up, whatever, this and that. And I feel like he's getting a little cocky, man. I don't know if he was just saying it just to say it,
When was
and
his
then
last fight?
the fight fell out. He fought. He fought at
No, no,
140. He already went up.
but when was his last fight? When did it
I can't
happen?
remember. I can't remember the exact date, but I know who it was. And I know he knocked him out.
But it was
I
a
can't remember this
minute
guy's
ago,
name,
though,
man.
wasn't it?
I want to say it was in November.
Was it? Oh, I don't even remember that fight. If he
I
fought.
want to say it was in November. That was his first fight under his new trainer.
Oh, okay. I think I remember. Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
I
That
forgot the
was
guy's
that. That
name,
was his
bro.
fight coming back from his
From
injury.
that big, from the big break he had. right? So in his
Okay, now I
words,
get
not
you why
mine.
you're
In his
saying
words,
that.
not mine. He's like, I don't need a tune up. I'll beat Tank like this. I don't care.
Okay, well,
So I'm just like, okay, buddy. Okay, buddy.
he's
Let's
getting
see if
cocky.
this is right. But the thing is, as I'm saying, like, I don't know if he's just talking out his ass just to talk shit, or if he's actually like really serious about like, yeah, like actually cocky like that. I don't know. But a lot of people don't like Ryan because he's cocky, but that's why I like him because he, you have as a boxer, you have to be cocky. You're not gonna go into thinking like, oh, this guy's gonna beat me, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
But I mean, he has no scheduled fight then. Still though,
no, his next fight is Tank. He
his
had a
next fight
fight.
is
Or
Tank. Like he doesn't
he
have
had
a.
he had a fight. I want to say that the other guy pulled out, but he's saying that he
He
didn't want to
doesn't
fight.
need it.
He's saying he doesn't want to fight. He's like,
Okay,
I'm ready for Tank, and that's what I want.
okay, okay. I get you.
Yeah. So he was
Cool.
supposed to fight too. I think in January this month, or I think it was in February, early February. I remember, but he was supposed to fight this beginning of the year too. But then he's like, nah, I don't need it. So I know the next fight. I think this fight is set for
I mean, I'm guessing like summer.
April or May. I don't remember, around there, something like that.
Okay, okay. Well, we're gonna see. We're gonna finally see one of the big fights at one. What are they fighting at?
Catch weight. I think it's
One thirty-eight.
137, 38. I don't remember.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
like meeting
I think we.
halfway, I guess.
Okay,
Yeah, I don't remember. It's catch weight, so it
I
will be
guess
like
so.
somewhere there. And
Um,
then you want to do the next one, or
you could do it.
okay? All right. So Eddie Hearn was recently interviewed. So these next few things, well, the next two things that I have is from that interview.
Okay,
So Eddie Hearn, he announced that Joshua has three huge fights. Quote, right? Those are his words, right?
it's
He
worth
has
not
three
yours.
huge fights this year. So the first fight is rumored to be in April. April, and the next fight, I think like around August, September-ish, and then the next one like at the end of the year.
Okay,
So he said they're huge fights. So for 2023, this year he has three fights planned for Joshua. And quote his words, these fights are not going to be easy fights. The fighters are not going to be easy fighters. That's what he said. So I'm expecting some. So I know one of the rumored fights was versus what's
Junior.
his
Uh, oh, I think I know.
no, not Ruiz Jr.
Not Ruiz.
I know one of them was supposed to be Wilder, but not the first one. The first one was not Wilder, but one of them was supposed to be Wilder. I don't think that's gonna happen though. I think Wilder's gonna fight Ruiz Jr.
Okay.
and I think he's gonna fight Andy.
Wait, no,
Um,
isn't that already set though?
not yet. I think they're working on it still because once they fight, that'll be the what is
Eliminator.
it called? The eliminator for Usyk
Yeah, yeah,
to fight for his belts. But then we'll get into the Usyk stuff later, right?
yeah, yeah.
Which I think I don't know, right? Is gonna go. It's a lot of different things that can happen now. So because that supposedly that Joshua Wilder fight was gonna happen this year was one of the mega fights that was supposed to happen this year.
Hmm.
I know it was somebody he fought already. Oh my god, I can remember. I just blanked out. I hate when this happens.
But why you think about that? I
Yeah.
thought I had seen that Wilder, Ruiz was already signed and delivered. Like it was set.
I mean, supposedly it said it was, but I've never seen anything like after. Like they never said anything like, "Oh, like yeah, we're done. We're good to go."
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. So I mean, that's why I was going off of that. But I don't know, dude. Like I have lost all. I mean, I will watch as a boxer fan. I will still watch Anthony Joshua and whatever.
The
But
goat.
I think Joshua has lost his motivation
I
of
mean,
this
I
of
feel
the
like
sport.
nah. I feel like Usyk defeated him there. I feel like I don't know. I feel like Usyk was just too much of a tough fight for him because you know how specific fighters like hurt
It,
other fighters. So like they always say like Canelo can't fight certain type of fighters. I know they're like, I know there's like this rumor. Well, there's like this thing that I seen, like, I guess you can call it theory. I don't know, that Canelo's ducking what's his name, Bubu Andrade. So supposedly he's ducking him because his style of fighting is what Canelo hates the most,
Hmm.
and he won't be able to beat him. So that's like a, people are saying that, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So like I guess some styles do hurt fighters, and I feel like U6 style was a bit different. He switched up his style versus Ruiz Jr. He wasn't as aggressive the second fight. He
yeah.
was just hitting, coming back out,
Nah, but
in and out, in
versus.
and out. And Ruiz was just not fighting his fight.
Oh no,
And
of course not. Ruiz got like, oh, like I got my payday. That's it. Like he became comfortable after he won those titles, and you could see that fight was not like
yeah, they say he didn't even train like for. He was like
was
whatever. He
it,
just
it
went in
was
there.
dumb.
He was
It's
like, yeah, the supposedly he was gonna come in at a lower weight, and he actually came in at a higher weight than he was, and
he was big.
he was living in the moment, bro. I guess, right?
Yeah.
And it was a huge thing for him because like nobody saw him winning. Like they see this like chubby guy going in there with this guy that looks like a freaking beast animal, and he was
Yeah.
undefeated, and he was considered like the king of the heavyweights, right? Like like,
Yeah.
well, he was supposed to be the king of the heavyweights, and then he loses to Andy Ruiz, and yeah. So, I mean, I can't remember this. I can't. Not gonna lie, I can't find it. But I forgot where I saw it. But I can't remember his name. But Wilder was one of the fights, and supposedly Fury was another one of the fights.
Okay.
I don't think the Tyson Fury fight will happen. I feel like the Wilder fight might happen.
Yeah.
Um,
No, I mean Tyson. I see Tyson just talking to talk to hype up and whatever, but
like he did when he was retiring, and then he came
yeah,
back.
it will be a super big fight, kind of, because Joshua lost its it factor. Like I don't see it being as big as when he was, like you said, the king of the heavyweights, but it will still be a big fight.
Yeah,
Um, Other than that, I don't see it happening at all, and it would be a surprise if it does happen. Maybe at the end of the day, it would just be like for money reasons, just
that's why they want to make
cash
it because like
out.
a super fight for like the British people. So
Yeah,
like, it wasn't Chisora, right? I can't
I
remember
don't
who
know.
it was, bro.
Um,
Whatever. I'll look it up another time. I'll write it in the comment section. But yeah, and then next one too is part of the interview. You wanna do that one?
what the what?
The
Oh,
next
this
one
one's
we're
part of
going.
the
Yeah,
interview.
yeah. This was also part
Is
of Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn is the one that was saying this.
saying this whole okay. So my
So he's
question
saying,
is,
yeah.
is Canelo still with the Zone? Wasn't he supposed to be a free
Uh,
agent after his last Vivo fight?
yeah. Well,
No,
he
actually, no, not the Vivo, because he
no
lost to Vivo and then he fought Triple G after Triple G.
nah. He fought Triple G on the Zone.
Yeah,
The
but
Zone pay per view.
wasn't it a 2 fight contract?
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna be on the Zone still.
Okay, okay.
Because he fought that one on which one's the one that he fought on Showtime?
On Showtime.
Yeah,
Wasn't Showtime versus Plant? I think Showtime was Plant. I want to say.
after he lost, he went Triple G, right?
Yeah, after he lost, he went to fight Triple G, and that's it. And then he had a surgery.
So Bivol was the Zone. Yeah, because Bivol was the Zone. Yeah,
Yeah,
Eddie
Bivol
Hearn's
was the
promoter.
Zone. That's why it was a really easy fight to make.
Before that fight, who did he fight?
Before that fight, I think it was Plant, because he
Nah, it
was.
wasn't. I don't think it was Plant.
It wasn't Plant
No, it wasn't disputed. He fought somebody else.
to become a disputer. It wasn't a Plant.
Yeah, he became a disputer, and then well, that one was the one that was on Showtime, right?
Yeah,
That was during the time the whole thing was going on with him in the Zone.
like
But
making
then
a
they
deal.
solved, yeah, then they solved the issue.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
yeah. So basically, he was like, "I'm not gonna fight with these guys anymore." Or like
Hmm.
whatever, whatever. And then I guess they gave into his demands and they gave him a deal again. So,
So
Eddie
Eddie
Hearn's still his
Hearn,
promoter. He's his promoter. Eddie Hearn is with Matchroom Boxing.
correct.
Um, so Matchroom usually is with the Zone. So that's why you usually see them together.
Uh huh.
Um, so now we have Canelo making his return, right?
Yeah.
Finally, and I feel like, well, he did say he was gonna take a break, right? So I was gonna say I feel like it's well for him because he fights 3-4 times a year, right? You know,
Canelo.
yeah, he fought 3 times last year or the year before. I remember he fought 3 fights.
Uh,
Um, I
no,
think it was
was it last year? Or
2021. I
I
think
think it was 2021 when he fought all
he
those
fought he
fights.
fought 3 fights and but then he came back in again. He fought 2 fights, and then he just he's the one that's fighting the most right now. Well, I
So
feel like he's the one fighting the most.
so I googled this guy, John Ryder.
Uh huh.
He is 34, 5'9", 36 fights, 18
Hmm.
KOs, but I don't see what his record
Is he southpaw?
though. John is a British professional boxer. He has held the WBO interim super middleweight title since 2022. It doesn't say.
I feel like this is Canelo's tune up.
Yeah, for
Because
sure.
remember he
Because
had surgery on his
remember,
hand too. Remember?
yeah, he did have surgery on his hand, so I I'm okay with this. Like, I'm okay with a fighter.
That's what
That's
I'm
why,
saying.
dude. That's why I'm like so shocked about Ryan that he had his surgery. He had kind of a tune up, and then he's not gonna have like a warm up fight for Tank.
For
I,
Tank, that's what I'm saying.
like,
That's
I'm
what I'm saying.
okay.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if he's getting too cocky or if the deal just didn't go through and he was like, "F it, I'm not gonna stress over this anymore."
Yeah, yeah, I get you. I
And
get
he
you.
just didn't want to say it, and he was like, "I don't need it. I don't need that."
Yeah.
He was trying to cover it up.
So Eddie Hearn is saying that Canelo is gonna have a tune up fight. Well, he didn't say it's a tune up fight, but
He didn't say tuna fight,
he's fighting.
but we know it's a tuna
Yeah,
fight.
he's fighting John Ryder.
John Ryder.
Um, most likely May, because Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, he usually fights me.
And then apparently he is gonna fight Vivo for Canelo's
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
undisputed.
Crazy. When I seen
But
that, I was like,
I mean, okay, I have a few questions about this, and
"All
I
right,
mean, if you don't know them, it's okay, but it's more thoughts than questions.
okay."
I wonder if they're gonna have a catch weight, as in like a weight clause, because if not, dude, Vivo's gonna go back up to the same weight,
He
and
won't.
he's
He
gonna
won't.
be
He,
a
they
monster.
won't. They won't let him rehydrate that much. I'm pretty sure they
Okay,
won't let him.
so you
I'm pretty sure there's gonna be like a limit. Well,
like a
actually, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
like a
Because
weight limit.
they don't really put weight limits, right? Because like once you make the weight, they rehydrate. They come out heavier, right?
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I
So
mean,
so
even
that's my
though,
question.
but I feel like it won't benefit people fighting that big because remember Canelo's used to fighting this weight. This is his
Yeah.
weight,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
This is his most comfortable weight. His 175 weight is what he walks around like when he's not fighting, like his off season, right? Like his he's enjoying his time. He's a 175-pound guy. So that's his like regular weight. Like he was fighting him as a regular, regular
yeah.
weight, regular
And
person.
and then to point out, Canelo looked big
That's what I'm
during that
saying. And
fight.
and he said it himself. He was like, "Look, I was too slow. I didn't feel right. So I feel like even if Biv's bigger, I feel like Canelo's gonna be faster, or they'll be, I guess, the same. But I don't know, bro. Bivol, my right now might be my favorite boxer, and that guy's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
So I don't know,
Yeah.
man.
I
This
mean,
for this one, I kind of
it's
don't want to watch it again. It's gonna hurt, man. But
it,
I don't know, bro. And
oh
then
man.
especially because they're fighting for
Yeah,
Canelo's
for the
undisputed
undisputed, it's crazy
super
though.
middleweight titles, bro. That's crazy, man.
Uh so you think, oh, so you don't think that there would be like a a limit of
Nah,
rehydration.
they won't say anything about it unless it's
Mm,
in the contract and they don't say anything. But because I know that's one of the reasons why that Dylan Dennis guy pulled out for KSI, because they were saying that KSI was gonna rehydrate and he was gonna be like 180
yeah,
and this and that, and he was gonna be too big, whatever. And it was in the contract. He didn't want to sign the contract, something like that. Um, so I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what goes, but I feel like I feel like it won't matter. But either way, I feel like he won't be able to rehydrate that big.
that big as he was in
Yeah,
the
and like
175 because he looked
yeah,
like
and
at least 180.
nah, probably 185.
You think he went all the way to 185
Close.
that
If
fight?
not, he was close to it. If not, he was close
I
to it.
mean, he was huge, bro.
Yeah, but that's his weight. He looks natural in that weight, right?
Yeah,
Bivens big. So I mean, I don't know. I feel like either way, it won't benefit him being that big because he's gonna look too slow.
yeah,
And he's a fast, fast puncher. He's fast counter. He was countering a lot of Canelo's usual, but like I said, Canelo looked slow, so he wasn't able to,
yeah,
fight
for sure.
his
He
fight.
was.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
So I feel like either way, this one, I don't know. I don't think this one will happen though. I feel like he'll want a rematch, but at um at
So
175
so
again.
this
I
is
don't
this
think
is
it'll.
just rumor what Eddie Hearn said.
Yeah,
But
basically that's when they understood from what Eddie Hearn said was they're gonna be fighting at super middleweight.
okay. I mean, I see it happening though because Bevo is kind of cocky right now.
But he came from that weight and he went up.
Yeah, because I don't think he could have held 168. Oh well, 165 any longer because he naturally looks big.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't know. It'll be. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I guess like after May.
I mean, honestly,
Um.
maybe. I mean, what else? What else does Canelo have?
I know he had another. Wait, they lose all his 175 belts. I know he had like two. I think, or he had.
Canelo
I know. Yeah, I know he beat Kovalev and he. Well, I don't think that was for a title. What's his name? Rocky Fielding. He won a. I think it was him or Kovalev. One of them two. He won a title off of them.
at 175.
Yeah, this was before. So like, okay, so he was fighting right. I think it was after the
No,
Triple
no,
G
no.
Triple G
I don't think he
two.
has any titles because
Unless he
uh
lost them, all, that's what I'm saying. Unless he lost them all that day, but he had the titles at 175.
no, he didn't lose him. I think he had like what's it called, vanquish them or whatever.
Nah,
Because
nah, nah,
isn't
nah. I don't think he did.
but because
Um,
doesn't Bevo have the titles and what's his name has the titles? Better Beef?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But Alvarez had some too.
Yeah, but they were not fighting for Alvarez titles. They were just fighting for Bevo's titles. Because I thought he had
Or
relinquished
relinquished. Yeah,
the titles. I don't know. I might be wrong.
yeah. It was against Kovalev when he won that title.
Yeah,
He
but
vacated, right? I guess you
he
can say that.
yeah vacated the title.
Well, yeah, it's because he moved back to 168, 160. Um,
Yes,
so
but that's what I'm saying. Like he's undisputed at 168.
yeah,
Um,
but like that's what I'm saying. So like a lot of people didn't view him as like a champion because that belt didn't really mean much, I guess. Because a lot of people like the belts that don't mean a lot, like they're like, oh, paper champion or whatever. Like
yeah,
he's a champion just on paper,
yeah. No,
and
but
he
I'm
hasn't fought.
saying
He hasn't
like,
fought anybody big.
but I'm saying, what other
Oh, but
challenge
they
does
those
he
were
have?
for Bevo's belts. You're right. Canelo was a challenger.
Yeah, Canelo was a challenger.
Yeah, you're right. Now that I remember, he was a
Because I'm
challenger.
telling you, Bevo and Better Bevo are the only ones that have titles right now, and they're trying to
Yeah,
make that fight to
the
go for
yeah
undisputed.
undisputed. Yeah. True. I mean, we'll see how it goes, man. Because I feel like either way, this fight is bound to happen. Canelo Bevo too. It has
Yeah,
to happen, and I don't think it matters the weight class anymore. It's gonna happen though.
yeah. I mean, I'm okay watching it again.
Yeah, I feel like this time it'll be a lot different. I hope so. A little bit more entertaining, a little bit more from Canelo that we
Yeah.
would like to see.
No, because I mean, you if you see the fight, you see it. Yeah, I understand. Like the usual head movement and like dodging
It
the
wasn't there.
punches, it wasn't there. He was
Yeah,
trying, but it was like at a slower pace.
yeah, it was slow.
Yeah, that weight caught up to him. And then so our to end the night topic, apparently huge
Ah,
news, breaking news. We woo.
we gotta put the the news thing.
The siren. Oh, okay. Go ahead. Um,
So now it's being rumored Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk is happening in March. So that does happen in March. That'd be crazy because it's pretty soon, right?
yeah.
And it'll be for the undisputed heavyweight titles. So a lot of people are thinking that because supposedly the IBF got rid of the mandatory that Usyk was supposed to fight. So basically, just like get out of here. And they and things are looking positive. So it's like basically like they got rid of this guy.
They overruled
Yeah,
their
so they got
own
rid of this
mandatory
guy.
thing.
So they got rid of this guy. So it's looking like it's a potential for a fight that will happen.
Okay.
So that's another huge fight, right? So if we have these fights, it's gonna be crazy because we might have Canelo Bivol too, and then we'll have if it happens this year, Errol Spence, Crawford, and then we'll have Usyk, Fury, and then we'll have Tank, Davis Garcia, and it's gonna be a good year, right? So we're just hoping for the best.
And then possibly
Um,
Shakur versus another big.
oh, and then Deontay Wilder versus Ruiz Jr. if it happens this year too, right? So
Yeah.
that'd be crazy, man. This would be a year. This would that all these fights that'd be the year of boxing. Like
And
honestly, this
actually, now that I think about it, wasn't oh, I just said his name. The one that Canelo fought to become undisputed. Plant.
Plant.
Wasn't
Oh yeah, and then
Plant
Plant's gonna fight.
and
Um,
I forgot his
well,
name.
I'm blanking out too.
No.
Um, uh,
Oh, he's a Mexican.
he's not Mexican. He's like Mexican mixed with something.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Ecuador. I think Ecuador.
Uh
I can't remember where he's from, but I can't remember his name. And I know I like him, right? Oh, what the fuck is? Oh,
uh
jeez, man, I hate blanking out like this. It's like,
I forgot his name. We always talk about him.
yeah,
All right, hold on. I could say this.
just put plant versus, and it'll come up.
Versus no Benavides.
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 Yeah. All right. So yeah, that's fight happening this year too. It's already. Isn't it happening early in the year? Right?
Apparently, I think so. I don't know. But
I
yeah,
forgot
that
when it
that
was.
fight
I'll
was
look it
supposed,
up.
I think it was already like signed, wasn't it?
Yeah, that one's good to go.
Yeah. So
And
can't
now
wait to
that's
see
for the
that.
mandatory too. So I mean, I like Plant. Not gonna lie, he's good. But I want to see Benavides Canelo, bro. That's crazy. Because I already saw Plant Canelo, man. I want to see Benavides Canelo.
Yeah. Yeah, because Canelo said for sure, like he said, whoever
Whoever
wins
wins
out of
that,
that
he'll.
fight, I'll give you guys another fight. Well, I'll
That's what
give
I'm
you
saying.
the
So I don't see him fighting for the super middleweight titles with Bevo because he'll have this fight too. He
yeah.
give me so it's like a double championship fight to lose twice, like lose his. And what if he loses one of them and the next fight is not gonna happen? You know what I mean? So I feel like he won't fight him at super
Yeah, I
middleweight.
get you.
I feel like he'll fight Bevo back again for the rematch for Bevo's titles.
Yeah. Unless Bevo fights Better Beef before they get to fight for the chat. Like,
I feel like that fight will be harder to happen
you think so?
just because promoters.
Yeah. Well, Better Beef is in ESPN, top rank,
Yeah, top rank. I think he's top rank.
top rank, and then better. I don't know.
Bevo's. I
Yeah,
mean,
the
I'm
zombie.
not saying it can't happen because
Uh,
obviously those fights
well,
always happen, right?
well, top rank is not as difficult
To work
to
with
work with than
Showtime.
yeah.
Yeah, because Showtime they want. I mean, they're big, so they want they want that
Yeah,
money.
they want their stuff. Yeah.
um,
All right. Well, with that being said, this was a great show to get back
yeah,
into the rhythm of things. And
yeah,
like I said, some future YouTube videos might be getting split just to have the algorithm like us again,
true,
and
true.
to help the channel grow a little more. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for sticking around. Happy New Year. Welcome to 2023. Let's make 2023 the greatest so far.
Yeah, for well, nah, let's just we're waiting for 2024. Nah,
um
2024 is our year, guys.
and hopefully we get, I say that our subscriber goal will be 50 subscribers.
Let's say 100.
100. All right,
Yeah, 100.
hopefully 100 subscribers
100,
by the
100
end of the
thieves.
year.
We'll keep it 100 thieves by the end of the year. All right,
True.
help us make it happen.
Yeah.
Tell your grandmothers and your grandfathers and your parents. Tell them all. Subscribe. Help us reach the
Subscribe.
goal.
Help us. All right, guys.
But
Well, with that being said, thank you. I forgot, we forgot to say this is More Than Gaming podcast.
yeah, we went straight into it.
We'll see
More than
you guys.
gaming.
We'll see you guys on
See
the
you.
next one. Peace.